Americans are celebrating the return of political prisoners from Russia, but some in the media are taking the opportunity to celebrate Biden's so-called accomplishments.
The president is going to leave in the next 6 months with a huge win. I mean, the economy is growing. He's releasing hostages that the American people have been so concerned about. And he's now passed the torch. So he has got a very big win in this moment where we are waiting for great news.
Joe Concha is a Fox News contributor, author of the new book, Progressively Worse, Why Today's Democrats Ain't Yo Daddy's Donkeys, and he joins us live now. April Ryan's having a week, Joe, first saying Trump should not be allowed to speak to black journalists, and now touting the Biden economy, inflation be damned, within the context of a prisoner release.
Yes, that is the DNC spokesperson there, posing as a White House correspondent, right? The same April Ryan who once challenged Sarah Sanders whether she baked a chocolate pecan pie, literally went after her. So this is what we have to expect from the media for the next 95 days until Election Day. And that's the thing about anybody in media right now should be very, very upset. They should be demanding answers from Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Joe Biden stepped away from running for a second term 12 days ago and has yet to take one question as to why really that's happening. And then Kamala Harris also has yet to take, Todd, one question from any journalist as far as any of her policy positions. We've talked about them: banning fracking, ending the fossil fuel industry, abolishing ICE, support of sanctuary cities. You could go down the line as far as the radical things that she supports, like ending private health insurance, giving health care to illegals in this country. Not one question answered, but all we hear from the media is go Biden, go Kamala, yay. And that's wrong.
But what's crazy about this is you could have gone go Biden, go Kamala, yay, within the context of just the prisoner release. Yeah. That's the one side of the story. The other side of that is, did we give up too much? Have we created an incentive for hostage taking? Those are the two paths in this story, not, hey, Biden's economy is doing great. Are we going to expect to see this kind of random addition of Biden's amazing record to stories that have nothing to do with the price of beans going forward?
That's the thing, Todd. We keep hearing about how he's had such a successful presidency. And then we always see people like April Ryan pointing to the economy. The cost of living in this country is up 20% since Joe Biden took office. Gas prices are up 50% since he took office. Wages are not remotely keeping up with this. People are tapping into their savings just to pay off the minimum payment on credit cards more than ever before. $1 trillion in debt in credit cards. So this whole rewriting of history is just a whole bowl of wrong.
I fully expect in the next 24 hours she's going to go on air talking about the hostage release and then talk about how great Afghanistan went, how great the pullout went, and so on and so forth. Meantime, got to get your thoughts on this too. Yeah. Reuters changing a headline on the obituary for Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh. It originally said, tough-talking Haniyeh was seen as the more moderate face of Hamas. Oh, isn't that nice and sanitized? It was changed to, who was Ismail Haniyeh and why is his assassination a blow to Hamas? It's like the mainstream media wants to act like this guy was a Boy Scout and not a ruthless terrorist who killed many, many Israelis throughout the course of his time in order to make Israel look bad. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, he was moderate. It's totally moderate to send in all of those terrorists that killed more than 1,200 people on October 7th, took more than 250 hostages, many of which are still being held. It's like calling Osama bin Laden a moderate at this point. And we saw this with al-Baghdadi, by the way, the former late now, thank God, leader of ISIS, when the Washington Post called him an austere religious scholar. I mean, this is crazy. Reuters is the same outlet, by the way, who relies on the Gaza Health Ministry when magically death toll numbers come out minutes after a terror attack, or not a terror attack, or whenever there's a bombing anywhere it may happen. And the Gaza Health Ministry is Hamas. So for Reuters to call him a moderate, this is just 31 flavors of delusional.
What I just can't wrap my head around, I alluded to this earlier in the program, Joe.
Yeah.
Put yourself on September 12th, 2001. Would we have seen anything like this in those days? And it's crazy to me how far we've gone in the wrong direction in 23 years.
George W. Bush had more than a 90% approval rating after 9/11. The country came together. Remember Yankee Stadium? It was a perfect strike. In the Bronx, he's getting cheered. I don't think that happens today. I think we're so divided that even in situations like this, this is the reaction, and the media drives a lot of this, and it's just reckless at this point in time.
Joe Concha, thank you for your time and your insight. Let's call it what it is. This is an historic morning, an amazing hostage release. A lot of people happy this morning, rightly so. We hope you enjoy the rest of your day and your weekend.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.